What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another weekend freight, where in this video I'm going to cover the nation and find the freight. If you can find the high freight volume areas, it's going to give you a heads up where to place your truck, because the last thing you need to do in this economy is put your truck in Denver or in the middle of Montana and end up having to deadhead anywhere from 500 to 700 to 1,000 miles out. I've been there, done that. I learned my lesson. It's one of the reasons I do these things right here. Where I like to start with these videos, guys, if it's the first time checking in, is the in and out ratios. Trucks going in, trucks going out. And I convert that in my mind to loads going in versus loads coming out. And we're like Alabama showing 729 loads going in and only 258 coming out. That tells you there's a lot more trucks going in than needed to come out. So you don't need offsets like this because, yeah, it's not looking good. Where California right here, this is what you're looking for, that offset. You want way more trucks going out than trucks going in. That means good freight, good freight. Florida, yeah, I'll go to deadhead out of Florida anyway. Yeah, in the last 10 years, I think I've hauled 4 loads out of Florida. It's very hit and miss. Georgia's looking decent. Illinois is looking all right. Let's see. I gotta get trucking, guys, so I'm about to find out where I'm going to go, and this is how I do it every time I leave the house. I'll find out where the freight's at, and then I know where I'm going. Before we get into this, let me show you something. You see this right here? It says private load board or private loads. I love this little thing right here. We didn't have this on the old Truckers Edge Pro version, but we do have it with DAT One Pro. You could add brokers to this list that you haul for. Brokers that you're already set up with. That way you ain't got to navigate through brokers that you're not set up with. And if you've got 20 brokers you work with, you can put them all on this page right here and look through stuff that you're already set up with and just basically just click and book and get going. But don't get lost in this right here, because different areas of the nation, whether it be Chattanooga, if you're in Chattanooga and you're normally out of, say, Arizona, there's going to be brokers in Chattanooga that's got a lot of loads that you're not familiar with and not set up with, because they've got the contracts, they're in this region, versus Arizona brokers that you're set up with, because you're set up there, you leave there a lot, and you're set up with a lot of brokers that has the loads in that area. So don't ever get lost on this right here. Be sure to go back to the search of loads. That way you'll see all the brokers. And let's start this in Los Angeles, and then we're going to go around the different freight hubs, and we're going to do van, and let's do van specialized. Full weight, and that's for today, and it's currently 2:29 Eastern time. Let's bump this down to 1:20. Excuse me. And right off the bat, top loads. Yeah, I don't care about the top loads. Right here is what I'm looking at, and this don't look too promising. Did I do something wrong? Am I on search loads van standard for today? I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and add today and tomorrow. Let's see what that comes up with, because it is a little late. I should do these videos way early. 1,289 loads in the area, and let's click on the rate. That way, show the brokers that's got the different rates. Here's one going to Florida for 7,000 or 7,100, and they've got a check mark, so they are factorable. So that's a good deal. Let's see. And if you click on one of these loads, it brings you up this menu right here. The rate per mile, the trip, the total miles, yada yada yada. But here's the golden nuggets right here, guys. Right here, this gives you the spot market rate, and this is for the last 3-day average. Yeah, 3 days this load's been averaging $6,300. They're trying to push it for 71, which goes hand in hand what I said at the beginning of the video, where the more loads versus trucks, you get a better scenario, and they're $700 over the average. But if you look down here, it's got 4 stops: Albuquerque, Dallas, Santa Fe, New Mexico, and then to Miami. So that's multiple stops, so that factored into that. But, I think that's not enough money. You need more money for all those stops. And here's something else I love, guys. I used to have the information on this, but I never spoke about it because it wasn't included. Now they've got the contract rate. So this spot rate has been $6,300. The contract rate has been $6,400. So there's different markets got different offsets from that. So we're going to find out in coming loads. So let's click out of this one and scroll on down. 6,058 to Montgomery. So I could get that. I could get that. All right, let's move on. Let's shoot up to the Tracy market. Tracy is in Northern Cal. I'm gonna bump this up to 200 to get all the Sacramento and the Bay Area. They've got 841 loads, and I got 65 coming to Hagerstown, 240 a mile cross country, which ain't too shabby. Ain't too shabby. San Francisco to Somerville, 6,000. So there's some money out there, guys. There's some money. Oh, they got the new one. And I like this right here. If you sit here and click on it, or just sit there and watch, then you're going to get live updated videos, live updated loads as they drop. So let's shoot on up to Seattle market and try to speed this video along. See what kind of freight volume they got up there. And guys, hang around to the end of the video, and I'm going to share the importance of why I do this and why I've done it for years and how it keeps me in the money. So 432 loads in the Seattle market. So that's decent. That's decent. Van freight. Let's shoot. Oh, wrong one. Let's shoot down to the Kansas City market. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City coming in with 659 loads. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid. $4,000 load. 36, 35. That's a lot of loads right there. 250 a mile and over. 230, 258, 248 or 4. 256 a mile, 256 a mile down to Lakeland, Florida. Shoot, I'd run that all day long. That's easy money right there. All right, let's shoot over to St. Louis market. St. Louis market coming in with 583 exact loads, and they got a little bit of money on the board too. $3.33 a mile or 39 cents a mile. I'd run that all day too. $3.30 a mile to Lake Placid. Nice. So there's plenty of loads in Kansas City and the St. Louis market. Let's shoot down to the Dallas market. Last week Dallas was pretty strong, so let's see what they're coming up with today. 643. So I'd like to see it stronger, but that ain't too shabby. I'd let you know there's freight there. So if you're going to Dallas, keep in mind there's freight there. Just be quick to book you a good load and get the hell out. To Miami, 2,700. Let's check this one out. Dallas to Miami. This is what I was talking about a minute ago. This right here ain't too big of an offset either. Usually whenever you see a spot rate of $28.82, you'll see a contract rate of about $3,300 to $3,500. And that just lets you know there's a lot more money on the table when the broker claims, oh, this is all I've got in it. Oh, bullshit. Come on now. Get out of here with that stuff. You're seeing the same tools that they're using. Let's shoot down to the Houston market. Or Houston, you may know. Houston coming in. 700. Oh, way above that. 891. So Houston's looking super solid. It's always good to sign Houston. Way to not disappoint. 206 a mile, $1.93. 257. 190. Nice. Some decent rates out there in Texas. Might point my truck towards Texas. Let's shoot over to the Savannah market. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Savannah coming in with 235 loads. Little, yeah, that ain't good. You don't want to end up in the Savannah market, guys. 39, 39, 21, 21. Nope. Let's shoot up to Atlanta market. Atlanta, what you got? Atlanta coming in with 800, so that's pretty solid. Pretty strong. 45 to Reno. What's that load been going for? So here's a good one. The spot market on this one's $39.80. The contract rate on this thing has been $4,800. That just lets you know the money that you're leaving on the table when the broker claims, that's all I got in it. Yeah, okay. They got a little bit of money on that one. That's pretty decent. All right, let's shoot over. Let's check out the Richland market. Come on, Richmond, what you got? 839 loads. So that's a decent market. They got a little bit of money. I mean, I'm not going to California for these rates, so kick rocks. Let's shoot up to the Allentown market. Allentown, PA. Coming in with 1,800 loads. Well, close to it. Good enough. Let's see what you got. Here you go. 3,400 from Wilmington, Delaware down to Miami. 43,000 pounds. The loads they're trying to push over 3,400. The spot rate on that in the 7-day average, it's been averaging right at 3,000. Contract rate's been right at 34, say 3,500. So that's nice. And guys, when you're negotiating with brokers, man, this is the importance of having tools like this. If you don't have tools like this, then you're just throwing caution to the wind, and you're taking the broker's word for it. And you call somebody about this load right here, and they say, it's $2,700, man. It's a hard market. That's good miles, or that's all we got in it. Blah blah blah. By having these tools, he's fluffing you, right? Because these loads right here are averaging way more than that, and this right here is 7-day average on loads going down that way, and that's on 26 reports in this for the last 7 days, and this is on 57 reports for the last 30 days on a contract average. So when you've got these tools right here, it gives you the upper hand when dealing with brokers. And guys, I love it whenever I say, no, that load's been paying this. I'm looking on DAT One, and the spot market's this, the contract rate's this. Guys, these are the same tools they use. They've got a little thing called Rate View. This little tool right here, that's a broker tool. Rate View by DAT IQ, that's broker stuff. They're looking at these same numbers, guys, and you gotta have more tools in the toolbox when dealing with brokers. If you don't have these tools, then you're just leaving money on the table. And trust me, the money you're leaving on the table is costing you way more money than having these tools. Let's shoot over to the Columbus market. Columbus, Ohio. You got Columbus coming in with 1,200 loads. Got a little bit of money on the table. 1,900 to Jacksonville. 19. Here you go, guys. You talk to the broker, and he's like, "Oh man, I got 1,900 on this load. It's a tough market. That's all we got in it, man. I've been moving this load for 1,700, but I'm gonna give it to you for 1,950." When they sound like a used car salesman, guys, that's not the guy to deal with. With these tools right here, that load's been averaging $2,700, right? 27. The contract rate's a little over that. You're still leaving over $3 a mile on the table. That's costing you a lot of money. If you take this load for $1,950 and it's been going for $2,794 on the average, on 7-day average, with 10 reports, and this one down here with 76 reports, and that's just brokers that's submitting into this DAT IQ to give transparency, to show what we're doing, guys. You need these tools. You need them. That's a lot of money. You're leaving $700-800 on the table right there with this just one load. Let's see what we got here. Let's check out this one. 850. Spot rate's averaging 900, 970 on the contract rate. So see, you're leaving money on that one too. And I get it. The broker's got to make money, but it's up to you and your wheelhouse to negotiate better with the broker, because if they're better at negotiating and they take money from you, it's your job to have the tools in your wheelhouse to negotiate better, to put more money in your pocket. You see what I'm saying there, guys? Gotta have the tools, man. 3,500 for this. It's been averaging 43. They're leaving $800 on the table right there. But look here, contract rate $5,700. Now that broker has that load on the average now. The average $5,600, just say 57, and they're moving it for 35. Yeah, they're profiting $2,200 on that one load. Let that sink in, guys. You got to take. I can't drill this home hard enough. You gotta have the tools. Right there's a big difference, man. That's $2,000. All right, let's get on. I can talk for hours on that. Check out Indianapolis coming in with 1,366 loads. That's nice. I need to turn this off. I know we got a lot of loads. 5,000. Let's shoot up to the St. Paul, Minneapolis area, and I'll wrap this up and give you the reasoning behind these videos. 500 in St. Paul, Minneapolis area, 81,000. Check out that. You want $262 a mile, $81,000 for 300 miles? Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up. Delivery, that's just a one pick, one drop. Let me tell you guys, when you see loads like this, that's somebody just putting that in there because they get a lot of calls. That's, but it's worth a call. But the way they see it is, the more calls they get, the better chances they have to pushing that load. So not interested. Not interested. Let's check out Chicago, and then we end this. Chicago's coming in with 2,700 loads. So it's a safe bet. If you're going to Chicago area, there's money on the board. Look at that. Almost $4 a mile. Almost $4. Nice. Guys, this is where the freight's at. If you're still hanging in there, you're awesome. The reason why I do these videos is a long time ago, one of my buddies put me on. He used to do a nationwide search, at least on the Landstar. He said, I do a nationwide search and see where the high freight loads are. And that's where I had put my truck to. So I integrated that into my DAT board searches, and when I started these videos, and I got to thinking, I said, that makes sense. If you find out what markets are going that's got a lot of freight versus what markets don't have a lot of freight, and then you find yourself on the load board looking for a load, well, first off, you know where to go because the freights are, the rates are, not the rates, but the load volumes are high there. And say I left the house and I find myself in Columbus, Ohio, because that's where I go because I know they got a lot of loads. Now, when I'm there, all I got to do is start getting on the load board, and I start calling about loads, and I see one going down to Dallas. I already know because I've already looked that Dallas has got loads. If I see a load going to Los Angeles, I already know Los Angeles is a hot market right now because I've already looked. I already know where the loads are. So when I'm talking to a broker, I don't have to say, hold on, man, let me see what kind of freight's there. Because the number one objective you need to always concentrate on is put your truck in another hot market. It's like playing pool or playing golf. You're always thinking about your next shot. You're always setting yourself up for your next move. So before I leave the house, I cover the load board just like I showed you guys. I check all the freight hubs, all the big cities. I find out where the freight volumes are, and when I see a load on the load board and I call, and I'm like, Kansas City's got a little bit of freight, but not a lot. Or Houston and Dallas is doing good. Or, here's a good paying load to Savannah. But I remember seeing Savannah don't have a lot of freight, so I'm going to overlook that Savannah load. Does that make sense, guys? Always be forward thinking and always thinking of placing your truck in another hot market. That's been the recipe for my success, is hot market to hot market to hot market to hot market. And after you get good at that, then become a time management booking specialist. That way you can utilize all hours of the day and get more loads pushed by the end of the week. Anyway, guys, if you're still hanging in there, you're awesome. You rock. Give me a big old subscribe. If you're not subscribed, thumbs up if you like this video. And until that next video, guys, if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. See you, bye.